Hello, welcome back. All right, look, our journal's getting really nice and chunky. I love it when it starts looking like this. We are on day number 19. Not many more to go now, just a few at the back there. So let's see what we have today. We have buttons today. Now, there's a few of you that might know that I have actually got a fear of buttons. But over the years, I've managed to become okay, I suppose, with wooden ones. As long as they're wooden and they have 2 holes, I know it sounds ridiculous, I can manage them. So you won't find me putting in any other type. But I did like these ones with the patterns in kind of these wintry colours, I thought. So that's what we've got to work with today. Let's get cracking. Okay, as well as the buttons, I've pulled out some paper from yesterday. One of our images, I quite like to use this one today. And the words numb toes and frozen noses. And I've also pulled out another one of the stencils to have a little play around with. So we are on this page today. Let's get cracking. So it's a rather large image, but I obviously don't need to use all of it. I can just take out the segment here with the people. So I think I'm going to do that first. Cut it down a little bit. I'm going to keep quite a bit of the window, I think. Okay, so just by eye, chopping that down so it fits in my journal. Of course, could go over here as well. But first of all, let's create ourselves a little bit of a background to work with. So I might do that as a whole piece today. It needs chopping down a little. Yep. Let's use our glue stick. I do love them getting chunky, but it does make them just that little bit harder to work in. But we'll manage. Okay, so that gives us that nice background, and I think we're going to do some actual normal stenciling with this one. So let's grab the gesso first. Just mute some of it. I don't want to hide it, but just pushing things back and giving me a surface to work on with my stencil. Something like that. Just scrape a little bit back so you can see more of the pattern. Okay, let's give that a dry. I've grabbed my stencil and I've got myself a little bit of Prussian blue here and a sponge. My favourite blue, I have to say. And then I'm going to add in, this is a different stencil than last time. And last time we did reverse stenciling, this time I'm just going to go in with the positive, normal type. So I like that, that's looking really lovely. Let's put one over here on this side. I always think the key to a decent stencil is less paint than you think. I have very little on my sponge. Even then it's smudged a little. Yeah, and again, there we go. So that looks quite cool. I like that. So once that's dry, I need to then start thinking about what I want to do with my image. Right, I've just got my cutting board out and my craft knife here. I thought what would be quite nice is to cut out the window so I can have some of that pattern and the stenciling peeking through from, so it's kind of like, I know they're outside, but it's kind of like looking through the window onto the background. Oops. Okay. I've torn that, so we'll have to take the top edge off. Oh, yes, I forgot that it had black backing paper on it. I don't think my knife is particularly sharp. Okay. It really isn't. So I'm going to have to go carefully around this lady now, which might be a little tricky, but we'll give it our best go. Hope we don't chop her head off. Bit by bit. Sorry, I wasn't stopped talking then completely because I was concentrating really hard. That's the image, but we've still got the black backing paper to come out. Usually it's the corners where it gets caught on. So I'll give that a go. Is it coming? Ah. Very delicate. Okay, we've got that piece out. Nearly there, just this tiny piece around the side of her head. There we go, it's come out. Okay, I hope that I was in, I didn't even check, I hope that I was in camera then while I was taking that out. But you can see I've taken that window out now. Okay, that's what it's looking like. I think before I stick my image down, I'm going to put a little bit more colour there. So I've grabbed out my watercolours again. quite trying to keep them nice and loose. Not quite drippy. Actually drip some down the page. Oops, sorry, knocking the camera now. Far too much water. Okay, yeah, or something like that, I think. Okay, that's dry. And what I had an idea to put our own like little lace curtains in. So I've got this scrap of lace, and I think I might stick that down. You've also pulled out this little tab of fabric, you can see that, which I was going to add with our button for today. So just altering our little photograph so it looks something like that. So I'm going to just stick that down, and then we'll add it to our page. That's how that's looking. I tied a little bit of string into the button. I've got our lace curtain, and if I lay that down, you get that hint of blue coming through the back as well. So I quite like that. So it's just deciding whether I want to add it there or I want to put it over here, but no, doing that now. It looks much better over here. So I'm going to stick that down onto our page. Just give it a push down, make it sit nice. There we go. And I've got numb toes and frozen noses, which I can add somewhere. Stick down. Just wondering whether I want to bring a little bit of that of the stencil over on top of the image. I might do that with a bit of distress ink just to see what it looks like. Ooh. There, that's quite nice. Just to help sort of blend that into the page a little bit. Can you see that? So it's subtle, but it brings the stencil onto the image. And I may just bring in elements of the distress ink ones here and there as well, just to bring that all together. And we just want to know where our words are going to go. Are they going to go on the image? Or are they going to go over here? I think I'm just going to put them over here on this side. Numb toes and frozen noses. And there we are. There is my page for today, number 19. I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care. Bye.